Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I share my colleagues' concerns about what's in the bill, also concerned by what's not in the bill. And frankly, that's money to fund the settlement of the so-called Cobell lawsuit. As my colleagues on both sides of the aisle know, this lawsuit against the federal government stems from the mismanagement of Indian trust accounts and trust lands since 1887. It involves over 500,000 claimants. It's drug on for 14 years through 3 different administrations involving both parties. Finally, in December of last year, a settlement was reached, $3.4 billion, $1.4 billion to individual claimants, $2 billion to allow for the repurchase of fractionated lands, and some money set aside for an Indian scholarship fund. I want to particularly, frankly, commend Secretary Salazar, who did a wonderful job in bringing this issue to closure, but it's now squarely in our court, in the Congress of the United States. The President has asked us to solve this problem, or to fund the problem that he's negotiated. For the record, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to enter the President's letter to the Speaker asking action on this particular item.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So it's now squarely in our court. When the settlement was negotiated, there was a deadline that we would act in Congress by December 31st of last year. Obviously, we missed that. There's a second deadline of February 28th. We missed that. The last deadline is April 15th. I know that many of my friends on the other side of the aisle sincerely want to settle this issue, and I look forward to working with them as we try to move toward that. But I find it very difficult to keep people that have been waiting over 100 years waiting a while longer while we do things in a more immediate framework. So I urge the Congress to act, and I urge us to, frankly, support the administration's negotiated settlement. When we do that, I'll be there to help my friends on the other side of the aisle. With that, I yield back.